What's going on, all you DIY mechanics? I'm assuming you're here because you want to learn the easy way to change your oil on your Mercedes. Well, watch this video and I'll show you how to do it. Let's go. So the first thing you notice if you go underneath a Mercedes to change the oil is you're starting to look for the drain plug and you can't find it because there's panels covering the whole underside of the car. And the first thing you got to do is take all that off. So step number one, we're not even going to do step number one. We're going to the top and not under the car. Okay, so today we're working on a 2002 E320. This has the M112 engine. 6-cylinder, and everything to change the oil is on the top. So the only tools that you're going to need to do this job is a top oil extractor and the filter wrench, and that's it. So step number one, I always take the filter off. That way it ensures everything drains down to the bottom so that when you extract it, you get everything. Okay, so we just set the filter aside while we do the rest of the oil change. We'll get back to the filter in a minute. So you can also make sure you clean up any spills, any oil that runs down from here, and you can clean out the filter housing as well. Sometimes there's some stuff that gets caught in there, so just clean it out best you can. Okay, next we're going to extract the oil out the top. So set the dipstick aside. Get your top side oil extractor and send it down the dipstick tube till it bottoms out. And the oil starts coming up the tube, you know you're on your way. The type of oil extractor that you use, there's some motorized ones that are 12 volt. There's some that operate off vacuum, operate off your air compressor, manual pump. I don't care which one you use. You could use any of those. I personally use the Mighty Vac with vacuum or pump, and it's manual, so it doesn't even use the air compressor. Just a couple of pumps, like a bicycle pump, and it's good to go. Okay, so while you're waiting for your top extractor to pump out all the oil, you can start preparing your new filter to go in. And I did say the only tools you're going to need is the filter wrench, but you actually do need a pick. So to get the O-rings off of the filter cap. So to do that, you just use your pick and get under the O-rings and pop them off. Here's the filter for a 112 or a 113. Lots of variations of the Mercedes motor use this filter, so I have tons of them on hand. But yeah, this is the one you need. And these come with new O-rings. You can lube up the O-rings with a little bit of the oil from the filter housing. But yeah, just slide them on like this. They'll probably get enough oil on them just from putting them on the filter cap. And the small one. There's one extra that is always there. That's probably for a different application on a different car. So it needs to go into the cap as to one of these lines, depending on which direction you put it on. Just make sure it gets up to that line. Just like that. Okay, now we'll replace the filter cap. And just tighten down to 25 Newton meters. And that's it. Okay, so after a few minutes of pumping out the oil, it's all gone out of the engine. I pulled out just over 8 liters, so I'm pretty confident that's all of it. And now let's fill the engine back up. When I fill the engine with oil, I like to use this kind of filling funnel because it's no spill and no mess, and it locks on. Okay, here's the oil we're using. Liqui-Moly 5W40. I just put about 7.5 liters in, so I'm going to run the engine and then check the oil level after that. I want to make sure it gets through the filter and goes everywhere before I top it off to its final level. In addition to the fender cover, I also protect the interior because I don't want any of my greasy hands or any dirt that's on me to get on the interior of the car. So I cover the gear shift knob, the steering wheel, the floor, and the seat, so I can be pretty sure that I don't get a mess in the car. After you let the engine run for just a few minutes, come back, check the dipstick. In this case, I can see it's about 1 liter low. So I'm going to go ahead, maybe a half a liter. So I'm going to add another half a liter and get it up to about 8 quarts total added. And I think that's pretty much what this engine holds. I'll check the dipstick again after I add some oil, and that's it. We're done. All right, there we go. Oil's full. 8 liters in. And now we're done. And remember everybody, be good to the environment, recycle your oil. Hey, thanks for watching the video everybody. I hope this helped some of you figure out a new way to change your oil on your Mercedes. Like and subscribe.